Hi, it's Bonnie from Let's Create. In this tutorial, we'll be painting the little bee that goes with our beehive kit. There is an additional tutorial on how to paint the hive also, so be sure that you check that out so you have the entire set. So today we're going to paint the little bee. All of the lines are etched for you already on the piece of wood. You can purchase the wood at our website at letscreatewithbonnie.com. The first step that I would like you to do is take your little bee, and we're going to paint his head and his body yellow. And then I want you to paint the wings. We're going to paint the wings and his eyes white. Grab a little flat brush here, and we're painting just the top surfaces of our little bee. Let's see here. I'm going to make these nice little round circles. And as you can tell, when I painted it yellow, I just painted right over top of his eyes. It's just going to be a lot easier for you to do it that way and put the round circles on top. And then we'll do his wings here. Let me grab a little bit bigger brush here. Turn him around and do his other side, do his other wing. And usually when I'm working with white like this, I like to do at least 2 coats. So we're going to dry this real quick, and we're going to do another coat on his eyes and his wings. So they're nice and bright and white. I'm going to dry this real quick. Be sure when you're doing your base coating that it's a nice, smooth coat. You should not have any peaks and valleys. You want it to be a nice, even, consistent, smooth coat of paint. When you have a really nice, good base coat, it gives you a good foundation for your project. And in the long run, it'll give you a really much better finished project when you get done. Just like anything that you make, if you take your time at the beginning of it, your end results will be very good and you'll be very pleased with them. All right, let's add a little bit of black to our bee. My paint's making crazy sounds today. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of black to his body here, And again, I'm just using, you can use whatever brush that you have, and the stripes are already on the piece of wood for you to follow. So I'm going to take my stripe completely to the edge there. I'm going to turn him around so I can see the marks here. Be sure that you watch the other tutorial that I have on my YouTube channel, which will show you how to paint the hive that goes with this little bee. Oh, you know what? I think I just painted the wrong part. Doggone it, I did. That part should have been yellow. Well, we're going to improvise here. I'm going to dry this real quick too. His eyes are still just a little bit wet. There we go. That's a little bit better. Going to paint the black parts of his eyes. I'm going to turn this here a little bit to do this one. I'm going to go around the outside of his eyes a little bit too. And that's up to you if you want to do that. Another thing that you can do if it's hard for you to do a really thin line, you can totally use a Sharpie. Or if you are having your kids do this kit with you, especially with the black colors, the stripes and things, you can completely use a Sharpie for that part. of your project. Sometimes it's a little bit easier for your kiddos to do. I think this little bee is so cute. Let's put a little mouth on him. You could put eyelashes on him if you want. I'm going to put a little bit of black on his wings also. I push down as I'm pulling. I lift up. Let's do it again here. We're going to push down, pressure, and as I'm pulling, I lift up to get that skinnier stroke. And let's do one down here too. We're going to flip him around and do his other wing. All right, I'm going to dry his eyes real quick so we can put a little bit of white on them. And you can add more to your little bee if you want, or more or less. I like to put a little bit of a dot. I'm using the hard end of my brush for these. There, I hope that eye is dry enough for his eyes. And I think I'm going to put a little shine mark on his body here too. And you don't have to if you don't want to do that. But I think I'm going to add, I feel like he needs a little something down here. So I'm going to put a little white shine mark down here across his belly too for him. And maybe one here on his little. And there he is, your little bee to go with your hive. If you like the tutorials that we do here at Let's Create, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just click on the red button below that says subscribe. We really appreciate you joining us today and hope you have a wonderful day. Happy crafting, my friends.